Hi everyone, I'm Ursula. Today I'm going to build a Christmas house. I don't remember how exactly, but one day I just imagined this big massive landscape with house in the middle. Idea of today's video is create a giant landscape with mountain, river between them, make rocks from stones and add tree for its looks like house, place it in the forest. I had an image in my mind how I want its looks, and when I started I was so excited. One part of me can't wait the final shot, another part enjoyed this journey, and I hope you can enjoy with me. I made this house before Christmas and I want to post it before holidays, but unfortunately physically didn't have time, so I will post after all holidays. I hope it will still actual for all. Anyway, this house for keep the Christmas spirit alive, because for me if holidays pass it's not meaning what I need to put out all decoration in box and wait next year. Exactly, me really love these winter holidays. I want to create the rock by these stones from the book around the edges of my fake river, for it looks more natural. I think it looks good. I'm not sure if it's a glitch, but I don't like the gap behind the stone, and I will correct this area. I used a tool mod before. I should probably start again because this game can be endless. There are more fun things to do in this game than this. Here in the back, I decided to add one big stone for cover the end of river, like it's continuous at the back for looks more real. I want to place more stones along all the edges of the river, thanks what we have debug. I doubt what I could do this with default stones. Maybe I can use CC content. I'm interested in how many of you using CC content. If you can, share with me please down below in the comment. I love CC content and think my next video will contain it. What do you think? Will you like it? Now I'm placing the trees. In my opinion, it's one of the most important part. I need everything to look organic. I don't want to all landscape looks messy. It's important to arrange all trees along the edges of the lot so what they seems to hug and make this landscape completeness. I decide place not only pine trees, also add some trees with fallen leaves, bare trees. The creation of landscape doesn't end at this point, but first I need to finish the house. I'm very happy with how the landscape turned out. Everything looks complete without gaps. The lake turned into a river, everything surrounded by stone and trees. The reference for house I found it on Pinterest. Was not a real house, it was drawing. I think this is more suitable for this purpose, and this house have the charming tower on top. Inside I didn't place nothing. I can say what I don't have place for stair, but just forget about this. This problem with roof in the Sims annoying me. Have you seen? I don't know how to deal with this. I have to reinvent the wheel because if I make roof too tall, the edges become awful. So I have to put one roof normal size for have nice edges, copy and delete edges on the second roof and make it as taller as I want. Roofing always was my problem, and this glitch with roof around curves wall, because of the snow it's not so noticeable, thanks. With this roof in the corner I have problem too, because it's attached to curve wall, or I don't know why, but you will see after. In the reference, this is a white and blue house. Yes, a strange choice considering what the background it's snow. For the house doesn't blend into the background, I choose this white wall panel with grey shadow. Also, the house was decorated with a lot of columns and large windows from floor to ceiling. I really like this effect of frozen window. This curved wall will kill my last nerve cell. Relax, it's not a problem. But I don't understand. Why? Why I can't place there the window? Yes, not a problem. Can't put too small. Even with all these glitches, I still love Sims. These snowflakes so funny. After created my Christmas family, when need to choose seasons, I choose winter. It's already cold here. In winter, it's even worse. But on pausa, all these snowflakes freeze in place. On my opinion, looks funny. If you like this video, please leave the like, for I know it. This window make this house so nice and create some special atmosphere. If in The Sims 4 we can create the attic without reinventing the wheel, it can give more Christmas vibe. Imagine what Sim go to the attic for find the box with Christmas tree and toys and all Christmas stuff, and then goes down to folding stairs. And what's happened with this column? Are you feel bad? Okay, we just put the light. I see what you are still different, but I will ignore it and pretend what everything is okay because I can't do anything about this glitch. To be honest, I'm sure I can, but the time isn't worth it. There will be nothing on this floor, so let's move on. Let's lift it up a little, add some stairs and railings. I think it will be wise to leave the porch empty. Obviously, because of this freaking cold, my Sims don't want to do nothing outside. In the beginning, I liking this idea with balcony. I thought make some great space for parents, create their romantic atmosphere. But after something goes wrong and I change my mind. But now better we talk about these freaking stairs. I wanted to create a large staircase what goes on two sides of it, and it seems I did this, but if the lead wall around stairs looks lonely, and here definitely need to put railings, but when I did this I had this annoying railing in the middle of staircase and I can't even delete this because if I do this it's delete all railings what I don't need. For avoid this problem I decided to make a platform. Seems all good, yes? No, I don't know why. Usually I test in all but not in this time, and I have another problem. What these stairs, it's not working. Who know why? Don't worry. In the end, I finally fix it and we will talk about this later. But one thing disappointed me. I correct this mistake in a long and difficult way, and then I realize what I could do this in an easier way. So yes, sometimes it's better to distract yourself and return to the problem after. Now I start to decorating the house. I created two Sims for this house. They are not in a relationship yet, but I think that Christmas it's a perfect time to have a romantic date and start a relationship. This house for a new family, so house contain bedroom for parents, kids room for future babies, office, living room for all, kitchen and guest room. What after can be room for grandparents, I think. Obviously this house can have more rooms, a little smaller, because it's Christmas house, I decided to put there a lot of holiday decorations. This requires more space than usually. I really love winter and Christmas holidays, so there will be a lot of decoration in this house. In my opinion, it's very cozy and you can feel the spirit of Christmas just like in Christmas Town. When I built it, I thought first of all about celebrate night. How the whole family can get together around the fireplace for dinner. Maybe can look some movie or just talk with cup of hot chocolate. interesting. Is there some mod for this? No doubt there is. This leather looks cool. It's a pity that it's not working. On my opinion, every house like this, I mean in winter, should have an entrance hall. Well, when you come home with snow stuck to your shoes, it would be nice to have a place to take off all those wet and dirty clothes, and it's even better to do it in some warm place like a hallway. Yes, you're right, the Sims don't know any of this, but with these elements the game looks more realistic to me. I want to return to the theme of celebration, Christmas and New Year, as this is the main purpose of this house, bring everyone together and for everyone to have a place to chill, grandparents, children, friends. I prefer create my own holiday party by the calendar. Obviously my Sims don't have any friends, but can be fixed with one trip to a public lot. Free for action with any Sim, and you can already invite the crowd to your party. I sometimes think what making friends in the game is too easy. Doesn't it make the game easier or just save time? Or there are enough glitches to complicate this process too. Although I'm sure there are Sims what are very difficult to make friends with. Anyway, usually we all look in easy way. If this house has too much decoration for your taste, I have another speed build of a house in the same city, but without Christmas decoration. I just love snow and I wanted to create something in this atmosphere. The link on this video I leave down below in the description, or you can find it in the end of this video. I like them both. Anyway, I think next speed build will in snow too, but I want to make cabins in one lot, maybe even for expansion pack for rent. I still thinking about this. I don't remember which aspiration I choose for this Sims, and I didn't decide what professional should I choose for them. It's because then I make them. Their goal is to hang out on a party, not working. But I like share my houses, so I think office it's must have in house. Oh, I saw how people building only shell without an interior. So the people who download it can create inside their own interior. I'm interested how many of you prefer this type of buildings. I haven't tried yet. Definitely I should start to use CC content. I want to have pillow. Yes, there are on this sofa, but I'm not exactly delighted with it. It's just the right color and size for the room. Actually, my Sims were intense because of this weather, I guess. I know they are not real, but while I was choosing item for activities and skill, I found this hot spring from Snow Escape and decided what it would help my Sim with a good mood. I just wanted to try to help them and myself to get rid of their negative moodlet. And not only for my Sim, but also for those who downloaded this house. Spoiler, it didn't help. Okay, I also can make a small gazebo. Gazebo or cabin? Let me know in the comment, please. Well, create a romantic atmosphere, put speaker for music, they can dance, or guitar. Good place for learning and no one's ears will bleed. Of course, comfortable sofa for kissing. An ideal place for a date in such cold weather. Or just get away from the kids for an hour. Take a nap, for example. I really like this window. They are large enough. On the other side, you can see anything through them. And due to this, you can have privacy. Let's now talk about bathroom with window on the entire wall. Obviously, I add the fireplace. They are so freaking cold. Unfortunately, or fortunately in some situation, fireplace have a drawback. they lead to fires. Obviously, I have one. Does this usually happen when you are trying to help someone? Well, at least it's discouraged me from helping them again, or not. Isn't it strange to have some feelings for digital characters? I'm curious because besides the game, I also talk with AI, such as ChatGPT or Bard. Just so you know, if you don't know, talking with AI can sometimes be very difficult. Sometimes they make my brain boil. But even then, I can't be angry with them, and I try to help as much as I can. Sometimes it's useless. This is parents' bedroom. I want to make something more interesting than just a bed. I want to feel warmest and comfort when I see a room. Again, fireplaces, for me, there are never too much of them, but I will still control myself. I'm a little upset about the fire situation. Expectation and reality, if you know what I mean. I will add more details what can tell us about who live in the room. This gives the room personality. Details are what I'm missing in the starter house. Well, because door may cost 40 simoleons and toilet paper 50 simoleons. This is okay? Who is in charge of pricing policy? But the Sims don't even use it. Oh guys, I got interested. And the miracle of montage, well, I googled it and found out what there is a mod for this. It's incredible. No more words. I will just leave the link in the description down below. If you don't want download but are just curious, what am I talking about? Well, in short, there is animation. By the way, this toilet is working. I check it. The bathroom is this house are standard just to cover the needs of the Sims. But when I made a house for a celebrity, there was of course an amazing bathroom. If you are interested, you can check it on my channel. I'm not sure if it's possible to make a bath interesting in such a small space. Need to experiment. I made the children room for twins, so it's quite large, for I can change all when they grow up. I don't know why, but I like having twins in game. For me, this is very difficult to do just in the base game. I tried. But with City Living expansion pack, we have lot traits on ley line. These make it much easier to have twins. I don't know why, but children's room that I made are usually in bright color. I can get rid of this stereotype. It seems to me that children still don't know enough to differentiate shade, and they need a clear difference between color for recognized object. But by the way, I don't know anything about children. These are just assumptions. There are never too many Christmas tree or fireplace, so let's add one more here too. Of course, I wouldn't add a fireplace, well, because it's dangerous. Those children will not die from fire. Perhaps some kind of toy fireplace could be added, but not at this time. And the light with this warm soft light from the lanterns, I should add them not only to the New Year's atmosphere. Now I'm finishing the last room on this floor and we can move on to the second floor, the main floor in this house. I'm happy with the result of this first floor. It's turned out very cozy and nice with warm light and lots of carpets. I decided to make the kitchen open to install a bar counter there with access from the living room. For this, I installed columns and beams so that the open space would not look so empty. A very interesting game begin. It's called Fight Against Glitches. And again, thanks to the miracle of montage, your head wouldn't explode like it did for me. But it's even interesting. Anyway, What's going on here? Here is curved wall. First, the balcony seems not functional due to the small space. On the other hand, it takes up a lot of space. It's just some kind of paradox. I would like to remove the entire room, but I can't because the curved wall, if it's not looped, I guess. It doesn't cut the roof, which I really don't want to delete. If I do this, there will be an empty corner outside. Yes, there is snow there, and it wouldn't be very noticeable. This is the only thing what calm me down. I still can make a small room here, for a dining room, for example. In this way, I don't need to delete roof. Although, this doesn't solve my other problem. I need more space. On the one hand, there is a lot of space, but this is party where there will be a lot of Sims, not just a table where they occasionally eat. I want more space. But this room, it's because of this roof. It's ridiculous. I think I should take a break and talk about the kitchen before my pants catch fire. For the first time, here I installed mirrors behind the sink. Looks interesting and functionally seems starting interaction with it. In this pack, what I choose for build this house, as for me, there are not enough items for the kitchen. What do we have there? Paper towels, wine, and mugs? No, it's not enough. I pulled out everything I could from debug. No, I wouldn't go back to burning pants again. I tried, but as you know, the simplest solution is the right one. By the way, I didn't come up with this. It's French philosopher. As you probably already guessed, I blew everything to hell. Looks great now. I correct the pattern on the parquet and we can move on. I decided to divide this large hall into several zones. We already have one. It's bar area, what goes from the kitchen. The dining area will be in the corner and I add a Christmas tree next to it. Scatter gifts around the edges. This is magic. I love it when gifts lie around the house like this. In the middle, there will be an area for watching movie and warming up by the fireplace. Of course, there will be fireplace. Usually, if there are children in the house, I remember this when I was a child, gifts were hidden like a gold. A gift in a gift warp, it's always a fairy tale until I need to warp something more complicated than a cube. When I create this room, I had a group of people in my head. Children, parents, and elderly. That's why I made this area with blue chairs. I thought what this area could be for grandparents who prefer sitting in a comfortable armchair instead of sitting on a chair. I'm missing something what would visually separate this section. I know what they are already separated, but I want something more contrasting. This table looks good, can add more flowers, maybe lamp, and the other table doesn't match the color. Not problem, we can delete you. I think it's better now. I guess what the sofa can be replaced with an armchair. That should be enough. Something missing. Maybe some table between. Color match. It's perfect. As for me, there is not enough entertainment. Maybe I can add a microphone for comedy. They can sit on sofa or armchair and watch, have fun. In the living room, we just need to add furniture for the children, toys, and we're almost done. Almost because I left the Christmas decoration for the last. I placed a decoration along the walls and noticed what they were all super colorful. There were no decoration what seems to say that is Christmas, but also don't burn out your retina. I prefer more calm shades, but it was my decision to use only 4 packs. From what I had in the resource, I think it turned out pretty nice. If you want, you can share your opinion in the comment. The last room is the guest room. I thought what in house for Christmas must have a guest room, at least one. It would be better if there were more, but here I need to save the shell and fit everything I need in it. As it is a guest room, it should be without unnecessary details as usually. The guest brings things with him. Well, I can add a mirror, dresser, sofa. First I thought about 2 beds, but it's take a lot of space. It's better to use one. Maybe you put some basket with blankets. In game the guests come with a suitcase. Yes, they don't put things in the room, but I haven't seen them use a separate room at all. Usually they are sleeping in your bed. At least my sim will have this guest room for sleep. I also want to decorate this room. What if guests arrived? It's Christmas, no doubt someone will come. So the room definitely needs to be decorated, especially since all the rooms here are like this. I specifically placed this room on this second floor, separate, so that everyone has their own space. On this floor we also have 2 bathrooms, one for guest room and other for all. I installed bathtub everywhere with the idea what it would be cold and they would want to warm up in the bathtub, but also I know what it's take a time, so one of it has a shower. When I finish those rooms, I also want to decorate the front of the house with garlands. There is a special box for this and Sim can do it himself. Unfortunately, there is no animation for this. Anyway, I like the result. But I will also add something of my own and it will be enough for the house. I've already added quite a lot of decoration. For me, the house, it's very nice and cozy. And one might say ideal for holidays. Perhaps not for every day, but I can come here on vacation and relax. Okay, now we can finally use the magic box. For some reason I also imagined this house as ideal. Well, the one with the white fence and all that. This house looks like a pastry under powdered sugar. Since this house has 3 fireplaces, therefore 3 chimneys are needed. With them, the winter house will look more realistic in my opinion. I feel warmer when I see this view of smoke coming out of the chimney. It seems to create a special atmosphere. And we can let anyone forget what it's Christmas, so a Christmas tree is definitely needed in the yard. By the way, decorating a yard covered with snow turned out to be very difficult. Instead of bushes, you just have sticks sticking out. I can't imagine what it would look like at any other time of year. It's useless to put bushes and flowers here. There is only one Christmas tree. I can also add gifts for a beautiful look, maybe bench, but again, it's very cold here. No one will sit on it. Let's move on and add some kind of fountain just for create some queue in the front of home. I don't think it's worth adding much. It would be nice to have a place for interaction in front of the house. Having finished this house, we come to the most interesting part, the mystery of the broken stairs. I don't know how to describe the disappointment when I told the sim go to light the fireplace in the living room and he's like, "Chuvaga choo choo." You see, my sim can't get up a higher platform, I think because of the ceiling. But as you can see, I realized this already when I deleted everything. I could have just removed the ceiling, but I'm even glad. I like the new stairs and the fact what now the Christmas tree in the corner of the room. After fixing the problem with the stairs, I need to make adjustments to the second floor. Since there are still railings left and the size of the stairs has changing, and now the house is ready. Now we move on to the final shot. If you like this video, you can watch other my video on my channel. You can also subscribe so you don't miss my other videos. Thank you for being with me and see you in next video.